In 1921, in a crowded Tulsa elevator, a black man, known only as Roland, stepped on a white woman's toe, and they argued. The story spread quickly. Soon, a meaningless accident was described as a sexual assault. The city exploded in fury. Posses rode and torches flamed. And Tulsa was not the only flashpoint in a time when the nation was rife with ethnic antagonism. There were riots in East St. Louis, Illinois, Elaine, Arkansas, Washington, D.C., and a particularly bloody riot in Chicago, all in a 3-year period.
It was an awful, awful experience, and it went on for several days. The fights, the bombing of the community, the setting of the torch to the entire black section of town. And within a matter of days, it was in ruins, complete ruins. The remarkable thing is that after all of this conflagration, all of this destruction and whatnot, the young man, Roland, who had been accused of assaulting the white woman, was tried and was acquitted of any wrongdoing. And thus it became dramatically and tragically clear that all of this was for nothing, that the whole town had burned down for no good reason. My father's office was burned to the ground. All of his books and papers were destroyed. The house that he lived in, that he hoped to move to, that was burned to the ground. Everything was gone. And it would take literally years to rebuild.
This is a scene that too few of you ever get a chance to experience. You, of all people, brokers, executives, technologists, heads of retail, you know how hard it is to take a break when you have to constantly keep your fingers on the market's pulse. Shut down your desk and you're shutting down profits. Go fishing and soon you'll be fishing for clients to replace the ones you've lost. It's a jungle out there, not a trout stream. You've got problems, and ADP is coming up with a solution. The problems? Too much time spent away from revenue-generating transactions, too many diverse data sources, paperwork. The solution will be an integrated retail broker workstation that makes you more productive. You'll spend more time generating sales and commissions, less time retrieving and analyzing data. You'll be able to respond more quickly to the market and serve your customers vastly more efficiently.
The word philanthropy means love to humankind and has its roots in ancient Greece. For centuries, real philanthropy was only for the wealthy, for those who had the means and the mechanisms to make a difference. Make a difference. With the help of international service agencies, each of us has the ability to help those who are struggling to survive.
It was the freedom of the road, the liberty to wander around America, go where I wanted to go, do what I wanted to do, and have somebody else pay the bills. That was the joy of my life.
I was surprised that Charles loved New York, but he always came back to North Carolina. This is the spot that meant so much to him in so many different ways. He loved this state. This whole state was the thing that Charles appreciated most in all of his life, the place that he finally decided he really wanted to come home to. And I'm glad he did.
Charles Kuralt was born in Wilmington in 1934. His father, a social worker, took him along on official visits to county seats across the state. And Charles used to say, that's how I learned the skill of making meaningful, everyday observations. Early on, he knew he would be a newsman. Editing his college paper in Chapel Hill led to success at the Charlotte News. At 25, he was hired as the youngest correspondent in network television history. He gained respect for what an editor called his reverence for words in an industry obsessed with pictures.
I've always felt at home in the North Carolina mountains. I don't know why. I was born in Wilmington.
After years of reporting, CBS let him wander America in search of unusual lives led by ordinary people. He found many of them right here in North Carolina.
I feel embraced by the mountains.
I'm Susan Sarandon, and I know that to someone without hope, the gift of a farm animal can mean a future, even life itself. In Guatemala, the earth is barren during the dry season. No corn grows and there's little to eat. So the gift of a dairy goat was literally a lifesaver for 77-year-old Francesca and her brother. You too can help save lives. Call Heifer Project at 1-800-422-0474 or visit their website at heifer.org.
The myopical mists of time, the fog of forgotten enterprises, has left us with an image of early America. Populated by the English, of course, the Dutch, Spanish explorers. Yet a significant part of the land that became the United States had its beginnings in a royal palace in Sweden. Sweden? Amid the settlements of the resourceful Englanders and the industrious Dutch? Oh yes, indeed. New Sweden, a settlement led from 1643 to 1653 by Johan Prince.